Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Liberty Center Association for the Arts Quarantine Theater and this week's Junior Theater Improv performance. I would like to introduce the performers for this evening. In no particular order, we have Gracie Gunn. If you'll go ahead and turn on your camera, please. Lillibeth Sokolowski. Savannah Simon. Shawn-Renee Schell, Vanessa Rubio, and Wendy Kleintank. The way this is going to work, we've been asking for some prompts on our Facebook page all week, and I have those with me. So as we look for things to challenge the students with, we will be reading through those. We will also ask for a few prompts from you live. It's about a minute lag on that, so just be aware that when I ask for them, it'll be about a minute before I start seeing them. The first game that we're going to play tonight is, and I have lost my list, is Why Are You Late? This game will feature Wendy, Savannah, and Vanessa. The way this game works is Vanessa is late for work and Wendy is one of her coworkers and has told her boss Savannah why she's late. And so Vanessa then has to figure out why she was actually late. So Wendy, Savannah, and Vanessa, go ahead and turn on your cameras, please. And Vanessa is actually going to the waiting room while I tell everyone else what's going on. So we will see you in a minute, Vanessa. So we need to know three things. We need to know where Vanessa was at. So randomly looking on what we've been getting this week. She was at a beach. So Wendy, you'll be acting it. Do you like at a beach?
Yep.
Let's see what she was doing at the beach. She was trick-or-treating. Do you like that?
Sure.
Okay. And then something that happened after that is she took part in an air guitar championship.
Okay.
Are you good with those?
Yep.
So we've got at a beach, trick-or-treating, air guitar championship. Okay, let's bring Vanessa back in.
Vanessa, there you are. Wendy has told me some of the story, but I would just like to hear it in your own words, so.
Well, you see, I was at the pool swimming. I was training kids how to swim.
It looked like you had really fun of what Wendy said, but I don't think you were at a man-made beach, were you?
No, I was at like an actual beach. And I was diving.
I mean, don't you just love it when the kids have candy this time of the night, like, and the parents always try to steal it?
Oh yes, trick-or-treating for kids is a lot of fun. I was playing the guitar for the children.
Well, yes, Thank you for telling me why you were late. I will sure put this down as a warning.
Okay, very good, ladies. So Vanessa, just to clarify, where were you at?
I was at the beach.
And what were you doing at the beach?
I was playing the guitar for children.
I think that happened later. What were you doing at the beach?
I was diving.
No, you said it. The candy and bags and
Oh, of course, I was trick-or-treating.
and you were playing guitar for kids, but was it actual guitar?
No, it was an air guitar.
Very good. Congratulations. So that was our first game called Why Are You Late? Our next game is one that Fifth Street Improv actually developed. This is called Mr. Oblivious. We're doing a simplified version of it just to help with the format that we're dealing with. This is a game for Lillibeth, Grace, and Shawn. So what is going to happen here is we will give Lillibeth two bits of information. The first piece of information is who our guest is, and the second piece is why are they here. She then has to give that information to Gracie, who will then give that information to Shawn. And so they both have to go to the hallway. So Gracie, you will be coming in first, so we'll see you in a minute. And then Shawn, you will be coming in second, so we'll see you in a little bit later. So what we need is who is our guest, and I am going to say that they are a musical conductor. Do you like that, Lil?
Yes.
Okay. And then why are they here? Whoever suggested cheese rolling contest, you are a monster.
That was Gabe.
Gabe, you are a monster.
Yeah.
Let's say, how do you feel about mall Santa training?
Yeah, sure.
You're good with that?
Yeah.
So we have a musical conductor with mall Santa training. So each person, Lil will have 2 minutes to give this to Grace, and then I will bring Shawn back into the meeting, and she will have 2 minutes to, Grace will have 2 minutes to give it to Shawn, and then if we need help, we'll bring Lillibeth back in. So everyone's tired of me talking, so I will turn off and bring back in Grace. And your 2 minutes will start, Lil, when you start speaking.
Okay, hello. Thank you for coming. All the guests, they really love the music.
Well, being a musician at a hotel, gotta play for the guests.
I wouldn't be surprised if you were also a musician, but usually you're in charge of everything.
Oh, being the band producer, it helps.
Well, I mean, sometimes the band producers do what you do as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if you were one.
Well, anyways, the guest here, they stayed the night, right?
Oh, no. I mean, I would hope not. I mean, I know they're training really hard, and I know that this job, the real person does it at night, but I really would hope they don't stay the night.
Well, what's that? Sorry, I'm a little bit confused as to why I'm playing at night or in the day.
Well, everyone's here to focus on being one person, and we have to make sure everyone is similar, and we always like the good Christmas music that you play. Well, not you, but your band and orchestra.
Yeah, of course. The Wizards of Winter, they're pretty popular.
No, I mean, I'm sure you might play that, but you don't really play. You just do the wand thingy. I don't know what you call that.
Yes, as an orchestra master, that is kind of my job.
Yeah, basically. Well, anyways, all those people, they're here and they're all dressed in like red Christmas spirit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they're Santa. How could they not have Christmas spirit?
Yeah, I mean, they must work really hard to be Santa.
They must. All right, thank you so much for being here. Everyone's gonna love the Christmas music.
Yes, I love playing music for the children.
Well, I don't think you're playing music. You're more the person that helps make it all come together.
Yes, I'm the conductor.
Ah, well, it's very, very good that you are here.
Yes.
You like playing for all of these red and white people in suits, huh?
Yes.
It's the Christmas spirit after all.
Yeah.
Well,
we love playing for these people, you know.
well,
Different
that's wonderful.
places.
Well, that is wonderful. Well, I can't help but ask, how much Christmas spirit do you have in in your heart? I mean, you must have quite a bit to perform for all of these happy Christmas folk.
Yes, playing for elderly people can be sometimes a struggle.
Well, I guess you could call them elderly. I mean, gosh, they must be centuries old at this point, but I don't think they're quite the normal elderly.
The veterans.
Don't think, I guess, could they be called veterans?
I think, you know.
Well,
Maybe.
they certainly don't apply to the usual code with their big bushy beards and all.
Yeah. For the Santa Clauses.
I'm going to end it there because I think we're close. So who are you?
I'm a conductor for like a band.
You are a musical conductor. Very good. Why are you where you're at?
We're performing your Christmas show?
Yeah.
There's somebody specific I'm looking for you to say. So
Santa?
Santa Claus.
Okay.
So what we were actually looking for you were in training to be mall Santas. But the fact that you got Santa Claus, kudos, good work.
But she said a beard, and I was like, oh, she said red and white earlier.
Yep. So that worked.
Thank you very much.
I realized my name will be starting soon. And I just misspelled it. It's always a bad day when you can't spell your own name. There you go. So the next game that we are going to play is called Armando. And before I explain it to everyone who's listening, would you give us some random words? I just need a word for a prompt because I'm going to tell a story. An Armando. So Doug Sokolowski just commented that cheese rolling is phenomenal. And sorry, Doug, you're still a monster for suggesting it. Anyway, we're about to do an Armando. An Armando is a long form of improv. It will start with, I will tell a story based off of a prompt from the audience. It'll just be a word and it'll inspire me to tell some sort of a story. The performers will then act out scenes that are inspired by the story. They are not recreating the story. They are not telling the story. It's just that we're inspired by the story. And so let's see some of the comments that I am seeing. I see pickle. So let's see, what does pickle make me think of? So I'm not a huge fan of pickles. I'm getting more used to them as I'm getting older. Kind of the sour crunchiness of them is more appealing to me now. But when I was a kid, I hated pickles. And as I've grown up, the story I really want to tell is about my nephew. My oldest nephew, he loves pickles. And when he was a little kid, like I'm saying, is still in diapers, like less than 6 months old, he absolutely loved pickles. It's one of the first things that one of the first solid foods he really wanted to eat. So he saw his mom eating them because she likes pickles. And so he took one and he ate it. And his face just screwed up and just like, because it was sour and and he just like screwed up like, ah. And then his mouth opened up and he reached for the whole bottle and just pulled it to him and was sitting there eating these pickle slices, just regular slices. And so for the rest of the night, it was just like crunch and he would screw up like it was so sour, and then he would just put his whole hand in and bring out another. So yeah, my oldest nephew loves pickles. I still don't love them, but I'm getting used to them. And oddly enough, I do like kimchi, which is pickled cabbage, but that's a completely different story. So pickles. So ladies, I hope that story gave you enough to work on. I will turn off my camera and then they will start riffing scenes based off of that. So good luck.
What kind of monster makes pickles sweet? Sweet pickles is almost heinous to say. And they have
real question.
Butter pickles.
Real question is, what kind of monster actually likes pickles?
I like pickles, just not sweet ones.
I like the smell, but that's about it.
I think I found something worse than people who eat sweet pickles. People who like the smell of pickles, but don't eat them.
Come on, are you seriously telling me that you've never sat there with a huge jar of pickles and just went, that is the bomb?
I can honestly tell you with full certainty that I've never done that.
You're missing out. Seriously.
I don't think sweet pickles are as bad as I once thought they were. I think I should go. Bye.
What did I say?
Too much.
Hi, yes, I'll have the Impossible Burger, but please leave off the pickles. I can't stand the taste. They make me want to throw up every time I eat them.
Will that be all for you today?
Well, I guess we're just gonna have a side of pickles.
Whoa. You said you didn't want it on the burger, but you want them as a side?
Yeah, well, I guess my nephew just asked for just a side of pickles. But I want the Impossible Burger with no pickles.
All right. That would
I
be
got some fries.
$12.99.
Oh, well, is it too late to add fries to that?
No, I don't want the fries.
Okay, so 2 sides of fries.
And still a fried side of pickles, right?
Yes. Well, actually, do you sell, like, fried pickles?
Totally. Do you want that with ranch, blue cheese?
I guess blue cheese would work.
All right. I guess with that, it's $16.
Okay.
We'll bring that right out to you.
Thank you.
That's way too expensive. Why would you buy that?
You're the one that asked for all the sides. I only wanted a burger.
You're the
Sorry.
one who got the pickles.
Could I get a burger, please?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
already
ma'am. What would you like?
You know what? I think I'll just go. Bye.
Bye. All right,
a while-
guys, we came out with your Impossible Burgers with no pickles, and then we came out with your fried pickles, and then we came out with your 2 fries. Will that be all for you today?
Actually, do you have just pickle juice?
No.
I don't know how we would cost that. Let me go ask my manager. Hey, manager, can you come out here for a second?
Out.
Hello there.
Oh, these 2 people asked if they can have pickle juice.
We don't really serve that here because, you kind of need the pickle juice in the jar to keep the pickle flavor. So,
So I'm just asking if you could like dump it into like a cup.
like just a little sample cup or like a big cup.
Well, like a full cup.
Could you substitute for like Mountain Dew?
All right, I guess that would work.
Okay, we'll bring that right out with you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
You will not believe what I just witnessed. It is insane.
Please tell me.
You know how I went to leave?
Mm-hmm.
I went to go get some lunch and I was going to bring you back something. And I just saw someone order fried pickles.
To eat?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from all pickles from now on. Too much horror.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See you later.
See ya.
Okay, I think that'll work for that story for the Armando. Our final game for the night is going to be called Good, Bad, and Ugly. So before I explain this one, well, I'll explain this one. It's an advice column. And so audience, I need you to put some random questions in the comments and we will have our advice column answer it. We can deal with anything from how do I tie my shoes to what's the solution to world peace. So please. The first round of this game, this will be, everyone will rotate through this, so you'll see all of our performers again. We are going to start with Vanessa, Savannah, and Wendy. In this advice column, one of our people will always give good advice. One of them will give not so good advice. And then for our final person, just remember it's free and you get what you pay for. And so we do need some questions from our audience. And while I am waiting for that, one of the prompts that we got earlier today was, what should you do when you're bored? So Savannah, is it Savannah or Vanessa who starts us off? It is Wendy that starts us off. Or no, you rotate out first. So it's Vanessa that starts us off. So take it away, Vanessa.
I suggest reading a book. Maybe play a game on your phone, or maybe socialize, talk to your friends, family.
What I would say to do is that there's this really sketchy app that you can get on your Chromebook, and it's called the Board Button, and it will give you all these like sketchy games that you can play, and it's just a great way to pass time.
So I would honestly just recommend sitting there and staring at the wall and just embracing the boredom. Let your mind actually think.
Okay, I think there was some interesting suggestions there. So as our next panelist rotates in, from the listeners on YouTube, our next question will be from Megan Dryanis. How do I keep my phone from dying? It hits 5% so quickly. And whenever Lillibeth joins us, she will go first. Lillibeth, are you there?
Yes.
So our question from Megan Dryanis is, how do I keep my phone from dying? It's at 5% so quickly.
So I would definitely recommend that you always keep your phone plugged in. Well, not always. My mom always says it's always nice to sometimes let it die completely and then charge it back up. I always charge my phone at night, so I recommend that because usually at night it's at 50%. So I just charge it at night, and by the morning it's at 100%, and it just keeps repeating.
So what I do is I let my phone die, and then I just throw it in the trash. Get a new one. Solves everything.
What I would do, usually if you're a teenager, you have this app called Life 360. And oh my goodness, does it drain out your battery insanely. So just delete the app. You know, your parents don't really need to stalk you. And then you should throw your phone away. Because, you know, if it has a horrible battery, it has a horrible battery.
Okay, I think there were some good solutions there. Our next question comes from Margaret Sokolowski. And she wants to know, how do I pass my algebra class?
Well, the most effective way to pass an algebra class is study. You know, YouTube offers really great videos if you're one of those visual learners, and you know, textbooks. Just practice.
Well, for me, if I study, usually about like 95% of the time, I end up actually failing it. So I would say don't study. At least that works for me. I would hope it works for you. And if you show up to class and you fail, just say, next time I will study.
So, what I think would be a great idea is to cheat. You know, as long as you don't get caught, no harm, no foul. Am I right? No?
I think there are some time-honored solutions there. So choose for yourself. Just realize that we do not offer any legal support if you're caught doing some of these things. Our next question comes from Megan Simon. Why is the sky blue?
Well, honey, they should taught you that in, you know, preschool. The sky is blue because Earth is blue and green. And there you go.
Well, as great as the answer is, the sky's blue because it reflects off the ocean, I think. Or is it vice versa? The sky is blue. That's all that matters.
Why is the sky blue? It's a very unimportant question, but in case you were wondering, I definitely think it's just decided to be blue, you know? It came across, I guess you could call it the sky, and it was like, you know what? I'm gonna be blue, and so it's blue. Problem solved.
Okay, we had some interesting comments there. Next up, let's go with, I saw a question from Linda Hopkins Kleintank. Linda would like to know, how do you learn how to play chess?
Well, you could start by getting someone to help you out if you don't know how to play the game, and then just keep working on it and you'll learn very quickly.
Boring. All you do is just, you don't learn because chess is, very complicated. It takes lots of brain cells. Don't waste your time on that.
I have a much more efficient and easy answer. Transfer your brain into a computer, or put a computer in your brain, and then you'll always be smarter than your opponent because you're a computer now. Works every time.
Okay, so I think we have time for one last question. This one comes from Diana Sokolowski. Why do people own fish? She just doesn't understand. So why would someone own a fish?
Well, it's not as jumpy as a dog would be or as loud, but you still feel that, you have that company, and you still feel that you're responsible as something else if, you're lonely. So that's why I own a fish.
I personally wouldn't recommend owning a fish. Their aquarium takes a long time to clean out, and they make, a lot of noise for fish. I don't know. I don't think anyone should own fish, and they die pretty quickly too.
Well, Wendy is right that they die pretty quick. That's one good reason. But you guys are probably both wrong. You should just, nobody should have ever invented fish. Just, if you get them, they always have babies, and you gotta feed them more food, and, get a dog.
I think that will end our question and answer session. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Liberty Center Association for the Arts Quarantine Theater. If you have enjoyed this evening's production, please consider giving a donation to the Liberty Center. I would like to bring all of our performers back on one last time. And honestly, I just saw a question that I absolutely love. So we will go through each of them one at a time, and they can give whatever type of answer they would prefer. So first up, we have Wendy Kleintank. The question is, my husband thinks you should eat Oreos whole, but I think the right way to eat an Oreo is to split it in half and eat the cream first. How do we resolve this heated family debate? And this question comes from Kittery Lynn Beck.
Well, I think that you shouldn't fight about it. Just eat the cookies however you want to.
Okay. Next up, let's go to Lillibeth. What's your take on it? Eat the Oreo whole or split it in half and eat the cream first?
Honestly, what I would do is, first of all, obviously, you split it in half, you eat the cream first. It's just common sense because, one, the cream is so much more delicious. And to answer the solving, I just think that whoever disagrees with you, you need to tell them that they're wrong and maybe send them to a therapist so they can talk their feelings out.
Okay, Lillibeth, thank you very much. Let's move on to Shawn-Renee Schell. What's your take on it? Eating Oreos whole or split them in half and eat the cream first?
Well, I kind of think that, just do whatever you want. It's you, be you, You can eat it whole. Your husband can eat it half, it'll be fine, or vice versa. I don't remember.
Next up, we have Gracie Gunn. Same question, eat an Oreo whole or eat the cream first?
So here's a solution. Scrape the cream off of an Oreo and put it in between two Nilla wafers. They still can be dunked in milk, but then you get rid of the Oreo problem altogether.
Oh, okay, I like that. Next up, let's go with Savannah Simon. Same question, do we eat the Oreos whole or do you eat the cream out of the middle first?
I personally eat it whole. I know some people that eat the cream and then waste the cookie, which that drives me nuts. But if you don't waste the cookie, I don't think it's a problem.
Okay, all right. And I believe last but not least, we have Vanessa Rubio. Same question, eat the Oreo whole or split it in half and eat the cream first?
You guys have got it all wrong, okay? It's kind of like eating it whole, except for you don't chew it. You eat it like a bird. You just swallow it.
Oh, just swallow it all in one bite?
Yes.
Okay.
Problem solved.
Okay. I am Carl Hutcherson. I've been the MC for tonight. And my response is, you're all wrong. You take the entire bag of Oreos, you smash them with a hammer, pour them in a bowl, add milk, best breakfast ever. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that will do it for our improv performance. I'm going to end this live stream, and then very shortly we will begin a talkback session. If anyone would like to join in on that, please feel free. It will also be on Facebook. We're going to keep it short, 10, 15 minutes max. Thank you, and have a good evening.